Hello and welcome to macOS10screencast.com. This show is brought to you by free-mac-software.com, a freeware Mac software site, and if you want to fresh up your German skills a bit, have a look there. Their site is really good. In this screencast, I'd like to show you Growl. Growl is a notification system which exists for quite a while now. And I'd like to show you how you can configure Growl, how it works underneath, and we will have a look how Growl can be extended to your own needs, and enjoy this screencast. Bye! After Growl has finished its installation, it can be found in the system preferences, just like any other preference pane. Just click on Growl to display Growl's main general tab. From here we can simply start and stop the Growl process, which is running in the background, which I will show you right now. If you go to the activity monitor, search for all processes, and then just enter here Growl, you'll see no process is running with that name at the moment. But if we go back to the preference pane, start Growl from here, you'll see in the activity monitor a new process showing up, which is called Growl Helper app, which is running always in the background, and if you're using AppleScript, for instance, or all our other processes are talking with this specific process to make the Growl notifications appear on screen. Now if I go back to the preference pane itself, here in the General tab you'll see I can show its menu bar icon as well, leave the notifications on screen if I was inactive for a certain amount of time. Can hide all notifications as well, and I can set a default position where notifications should appear on screen. More to notifications and their options later in this screencast. Under applications, all registered applications are listed. For instance, Growl menu, Dropbox, and all the other applications we already had once in a screencast for macOS 10 screencasts. If I go to the Finder, select Library, Application Support, and then go to the Growl directory, we'll see under Tickets that every new application which registers at Growl creates a Growl ticket. They are named the same as they are named in the file structure, and if I remove one of those, you can see it goes away in the library as well. When I go back to the preference pane, we can select or enable or disable a certain application's notifications all at once. Or if I double click, or if I go back to the list and select configure, we can set application settings for this specific application, like for instance a custom display style for the whole application. We can inform Dropbox when we've clicked the notification as well. We can set a custom position for notifications, and if we go under notifications, you'll see in this pop-up menu all the different notifications this application is offering listed in the pop-up window as well. Now every notification can have its own custom settings as well. Just select one of the options below and you can set custom settings for display style, how long a notification should stay on screen, its priority, or if a sound should be played as well when this notification is sent or displayed on the screen. Now let's create a new application in this list. We do this simply by going to Keyboard Maestro. I take this as an example application. Here I've set up a new group which is called Notifications, and you'll see in the list Keyboard Maestro isn't listed yet, but if I go back to Show All preference panes and then back to Growl, you'll see Keyboard Maestro appears in the list. Now let's create a new macro. I simply call this one test. I trigger it via macro palette so you can see that I'm triggering it, and as action I simply want to send a Growl notification which is titled test, and as token and as comment, I'll take a token which is just a long date. Now if I hover my mouse over the macro palette and click on test, you'll see the notification appears on screen, and if I click test repeatedly, more notifications show up. A little trick: if you want a certain notification to stay on screen, just hover with your mouse over the notification, and this specific notification will stay on screen as long as you're hovering it with your mouse cursor. The next section will be about display options. Display styles are a way to customize the look and appearance of Growl notifications. They can be found either on the web or on the Growl site itself. I won't list all of them now, but just to reference some of them. If you want to install them, just double click. If you want to configure them, click yes. The system preferences will launch, and then under display options you'll see in the left hand sidebar the display styles listed. If you want to preview one of them, just click the preview button and the preview notification will appear on screen. You can set your default notification style from the upper pop-up menu, and as soon as you click the display style notification will show up to confirm the selection. If we send a test notification now, you'll see this new display style in action. Let me just deactivate our notifications macro group for now. Like applications, display options also create so-called plugins in the Growl folder. If I go to my library again, application support and Growl, you'll see this folder here called plugins, where we have currently 2 plugins installed: the Boxcar Growl View and the Mono Growl Style. Let's have a look at extending Growl in the next section. Growl can be extended using those display options. I don't want to show you the usual stuff you'll see in all the other blogs around the web. I want to focus on some very cool things that I have found useful or that you may find useful as well. If you download the Growl package from the main page at Growl, just double click the DMG and you'll see a new folder called Extras, where a couple of Growl notification applications are kept, like Growl Mail, Growl Safari, Growl Tunes, which I will not show you in this review. As I just said, I will focus on Growl Notify and HardwareGrowler. Let's start with HardwareGrowler. This application is pretty nifty, in my opinion. Just drag it out of the installer or the DMG, double click it to run. It will ask for permission to run, and now it's running. If I connect, you see it running in the dock. If I connect now the USB stick to my computer, you'll see a Growl notification appearing at the top right, that it says it has identified a flash disk, and the second notification tells me that a new volume has been identified or has mounted. HardwareGrowler's only disadvantage may be that it's displaying an icon in the dock, but I can show you how to disable its dock icon pretty easily. First of all, just select the application in Finder. Yes, like this. Right click its application icon. You will need the developer apps, Xcode and such to make this work. Just download the free package from Apple. Show package contents from the menu. Open the contents folder and then double click info.plist, and if Xcode is installed, the list editor will launch to display this property list. Now add a new key, and the new key is called application is agent. Just enter application and select applications instant from the list, then click somewhere to make this tick box appear, and then enable this tick box. Save the file, close the property list editor, close all open windows, and then when HardwareGrowler is launched, you'll see no dock icon. Now we can still confirm that HardwareGrowler is running. If you go to Activity Monitor, search for HardwareGrowler, you'll see HardwareGrowler is still running. This is a bit tricky because you always have to keep track of whether HardwareGrowler is running or not. If I eject this volume, it will take a while, and then the notification will still appear just like normal, as if HardwareGrowler still would have its dock icon. This setup is a bit advanced. You have to personally or manually